Following in the footsteps of the NES released a few years ago, LEGO is once again giving us another large-scale video game-related build. And this time, it's the PAC-MAN Arcade, released to coincide with the much-anticipated 43rd anniversary of the game. Come on guys, I know you were counting down the days too. Well, truth is, LEGO doesn't even need an excuse like the 43rd anniversary to release another super expensive set. So, does it live up to the hype? And is that function as awesome as it seems? Well, let's take a closer look. And let's get right to it. This is the good stuff right here. Turning the crank on the side makes Pac-Man and the ghosties move around, and it's pretty sweet. The mechanism is quite simple, though I'm sure it took the designer many man hours to perfect and make sure that it would run without catching. The whole system makes use of the smallest tread piece available, plus a modified version of it, which is new to this set. It's one of those tread pieces with a bar attachment. As you might expect, each of the characters here is attached to one of those modified bar tread pieces, which allows them to move around. In total, there's actually only 2 different tracks. There's one for the blue ghost down in the corner, and then everybody else is attached to another one. And that's not the only feature that this set has to offer. There's a few other fun little gimmicks around too. For instance, the joystick here, which is attached by means of those rubber Technic pieces, can be moved any which way. There's also a light brick incorporated into the coin slot, which I think is pretty great. It's a sticker placed over that piece, but the effect is absolutely perfect. The other button doesn't do anything. There's another fun feature up top with this removable part of the display. A simple button in the back reverses the characters and Pac-Man begins chasing after the ghosts. Pretty great stuff. It rebounds back with the use of a rubber band piece. It's super clever and a very clean standalone module. And it of course can sit on top too, which I think finishes out this arcade display very nicely. If we turn the whole thing around, you can see that it's actually pretty cleaned up around the back. We've got 2 giant 8x16 stickers on each side. I'll point it out later, but a lot of these pieces are actually printed too. You can pull off the back to get access to the mechanism inside, as well as another little Easter egg. Because of the relative simplicity of the Pac-Man mechanism, there's actually a ton of room back here. Room enough for this little vignette. I wasn't expecting this, but the set actually comes with an exclusive minifigure, and she's fantastic. She's got a Pac-Man shirt and jacket on, which I'm guessing will forever remain an exclusive print to this set. The vignette is super fun too, featuring a vintage arcade. We've got the gumball machine, a stool, a trash can, and of course, a micro-scale arcade machine featuring Pac-Man. All the details on here are stickers, but it's a perfect scaled-down version of the larger thing, and a really great addition to this set. If we look inside, we can get an idea of how the mechanism works. This simple train of gears is all that powers the whole thing. Aside from that modified tread piece, the other star of this show are these massive Technic panels with a lot of pinholes in them. A lot of the build time is spent in and around those panels. And I won't lie, the build process, especially on this part, was a bit painful, but the result is more than worth it. There's also a little score function. It's completely manually operated, but I like it nonetheless. A little gear on the side here enables you to change the current score. Again, this is all stickers, but what isn't stickers are all these 1x2 and 1x3 and a corner 2x2 tiles. Yeah, there's a lot of them in this set. You can get a look at the quantities here in the instruction manual. Of course, our characters, the ghost, Pac-Man, and the little cherry here that bobs back and forth are all printed too. I was also pleasantly surprised to find that these 3 sloped pieces here are also prints, which is great, as well as the eyes of the ghosts up top. There's an additional 2 stickers on the control panel of the game. It's definitely worth highlighting the instructions too, because they're actually quite a bit of fun. The front of the book features numerous pages on the background of the game and the designer, which is always so awesome to see. I love when they include this stuff. Not only do you get all these bonus pages of material, but there's also various Pac-Man facts scattered throughout the build process in the corners of some of the pages. It just makes the build more enjoyable, and I really don't think it costs the instruction makers a whole lot of additional time. Oh boy, though, it's probably time to talk about the price. This is big. I mean, no camera trickery here, you know, it's a large set. $270 though for 205 Technic pins. There's a lot of great pieces in here. You get some big printed pieces, you get a lot of small printed pieces. You also get some big stickers. You also get a lot of teeny tiny Technic pieces. Think the treads, first of all, which are really small, as well as all the half pins and other Technic little bits and bobs that don't take up a lot of space. Well, let's just put it this way. I would not pay $270 for this. The mechanism is absurdly satisfying, but unless you're a hardcore Pac-Man fan, I'd suggest trying to find this at a discount somewhere. Price aside though, when it comes to the design, it's pretty much perfect. The main feature is great, and there's a lot of bonus little knickknacks here that really make this memorable. But that's all I've got. Let me know what you think about this particular set. If you have and enjoyed the NES, you're going to enjoy this one too. I had my doubts at first that they were going to be able to put as much fun stuff into this as they did the NES, and it does not disappoint on that front. So until next time, you have yourself a great life, and I'll see you later.